Once upon a time, there was a family living in the woods. The father is a merchant and he has three daughters. The youngest daughter is very beautiful and kind. Her name is Belle. So far, they are living very happily. One day, father had to do business in the city, so he told his daughters that he had to travel for many days. If his business is successful, he can buy presents for his daughters. Then the elder daughter asked father to buy her fabrics for making new clothes. The next daughter wanted father to buy her jewelries, and the youngest daughter wanted her father to travel safely, and she asked him for just a beautiful flower. Next, father went out to do his business, but it failed. He didn't get any money, so he had to travel back home. Unfortunately, there was a huge storm during the way back, and he got lost in the forest. Father was lost until he found a castle in the woods, and he sheltered there from the storm. He walked inside and saw the table was full with food. It made him very happy and full. In the early morning, while father was going out of the castle, he saw a beautiful garden. There were beautiful roses in the middle of the garden. It made him think of the youngest daughter. Then he picked a rose from the garden for her. Wah! The beast roared behind the father. The beast rebuked the father. I gave you food and shelter. Why are you stealing my roses? Then the beast locked the father up. Father said to the beast, I just wanted to give a flower to my daughter. I didn't think to steal it. Please don't harm me and let me go back home. The beast understood the father, and he said, I will let you go back home. I will give you fabrics and jewelries, but you should give me one of your daughters to stay with me here. If you don't keep the promise, I will find your home. The father agreed. He brought all things and suddenly left the castle. When he arrived home, he told all the stories to his daughters. Belle heard father's story. She thought that father was locked up by the beast because she wanted a flower. So she said that she will stay with the beast in the castle. Next day, father was so sad to bring Belle to the castle. They entered in the castle and saw the beast. The beast told the father to go back, so he went back sadly. Anyway, Belle respected the beast mannerly. The beast was very pleased. The beast brought Belle to her room and told her that she must have breakfast with him every day. It's so strange to Belle, but she didn't know the reasons. In the morning, while Belle was walking around the castle, she heard a roar. She realized that it's time for breakfast. During breakfast with the beast, Belle was afraid and scared. The beast noticed, but he didn't say anything. He just ate and left quickly. Belle has breakfast with the beast every day, and she spent most of the time cleaning her room. She was bored, and she didn't understand why she should live here. One night, Belle tried to escape from the castle. She ran into the woods and fell down. She was very painful and cried out loudly until she fainted. While she fainted, Belle felt a soft body carrying her up and healing her legs until it recovered. After that, Belle fell asleep. After she woke up, she was in the castle. She directly knew that the beast healed her legs. She got to know that the beast is not as bad as his appearance. After that, Belle always smiled to the beast, and the beast allowed Belle to use the library to read books as well. Both of them were quickly close. One day, Belle worried about her family, that she was far away for a long time. She asked the beast to visit her family, and she would come back as soon as possible. The Beast allowed her to go back for 1 week and promised that she will come back. Next day, Belle went back to her house. She told all her story in the castle. Everyone was so happy to hear that. After 1 week, Belle wanted to stay home longer and thought that it will be fine if she's a little bit late. That night, Belle slept and dreamt that the Beast was suffering and he was dying. Belle woke up immediately and she was very worried about him. Then she went back to the castle in that night. When Belle arrived to the castle, she saw the Beast lying down on the floor and he was dying. Belle ran to the Beast and she was so sad because she didn't keep the promise. Belle suddenly knew that she loved him, but the Beast was dead already. Belle cried and hugged the Beast. The tear of love was dropped into the Beast's body. There was a bright light shining immediately. The Beast became a handsome prince, and the castle was delighted as well. Belle was very surprised. When the prince woke up, he said he was the Beast because he was cursed by the witch. The way to cure the curse is receiving true love and ignoring the appearance. He said if Belle didn't come back, he was becoming the Beast forever. Belle was very happy. They both hugged each other happily. Belle brought her family to live in the castle. Belle and the prince married and lived happily ever after.